health issues when we're going to be playing, and us being the last of the Power Five to return.
Yeah. So as you said, the Big Ten just announced they're coming back. So now the Pac-12 is officially the last conference of the Power Five. The other four conferences are, or the other three already had, and now Big Ten's planning. Yet Pac-12 still left with no plan. We have no plan that we know of. Larry Scott's putting the blame on these governors of states, such as the Oregon governor and California governor, saying that they're not allowing football. But just recently, like today, a couple hours ago, both those governors basically responded saying, especially California said, nothing in our state mandates would prevent USC, UCLA, Stanford, and Cal from playing football. So it's really, I feel Larry Scott trying to blame someone because he doesn't want to have the pressure put on him. And that's my opinion. I know you're very vocal on this. You have a very strong opinion on the Pac-12 football and Big Ten starting up.
Yeah, the Big Ten starting up really wasn't the biggest concern for me. I mean, like if they feel ready to go, if they feel like they have the testing protocols, the financial backup, all of these things like ready, in line, planned out, like plan A, B, C, all the way through Z, ready to go, and they feel ready, and everyone knows that they're on the same page. I'm like all for the Big Ten starting up. But yes, I had a really hot take when I caught wind of that USC player's tweet with that letter to the California state governor. When I read through that, me and my roommates we have a really strong connection here to some of the health institutes and research programs going on for COVID. We absolutely ripped through that, and things we were just surprised, for one, with some of the wording that these players had chosen, mostly because a lot of it either came from I don't want to say background because I don't know what they're studying, but from like they've twisted words from like medical advisory review board for the Pac-12, from press releases, and they've changed words and definitions just slightly to get it to the point where statistics and backup and data just aren't showing what the numbers actually say. One of the biggest ones that I just want to point out first off is that they said that daily antigen testing, which has been made with turnaround times of less than an hour, that's all been done. Like that's factual. Like we have those. And then their quote continues by saying that less than 1 hour time for daily antigen testing reduces COVID-19 infectiousness by 100%. And that's just not how testing works. Testing, whether you do it every day, every month, or every 5 minutes, does not reduce how infectious the disease is or how likely you are to get it. And that being one of their two main points in their letter for saying, like, let's push the Pac-12 forward towards getting football started again. I mean, that just killed me. Like, that's the first step we're going to make towards having the entire West Coast like shoot back up with COVID because of Pac-12. And with that, I think it's too early. Like, all that being said, it's just too early right now. Like, yes, we have those daily testing things, and we have some of those other items in line to provide for a safe, healthy, and smart football season for college students. But right now, like, we should not be pushing for an early, mid, or even late October start like the Big Ten and the other leagues.
I mean, I disagree with you on that. And I understand, like, the health issues. I fully get the ramifications of that. But I look at it more from, there's such great science and, like, the testing. I get that it like the testing, how you said, it doesn't prevent it or anything, but it will catch it early on. And especially in the Big Ten, one of the main reasons that they came back, it wasn't just from their daily testing that they have available to them, but they also have better cardiac screenings. They would find those heart problems that many of these athletes had that is a major negative people were pointing out. So with all that, I feel that the Pac-12 needs to come back, especially just to kind of regain any reputation it actually has as a Power 5 conference. If the Pac-12 is the only Power 5 conference that isn't playing football this fall, quite frankly, I think of it as an embarrassment to Larry Scott. I mean, you've got some of the greatest medical schools in the United States in the Pac-12 with UCLA. I mean, UW's got great COVID-19 research being done, yet you can't come up with a plan when all these other schools already have. I mean, how's that possible? I feel that the Pac-12 has to come back, and even their plan of November, that was the plan that Larry Scott said a couple days ago would be his best bet, mid to late November. I still think that's too late because really, what are you playing for then? You're playing your conference 6 to 8 games, but it's not like you're going to be included in the playoffs. That'll already be decided. You can't get into those. So you have to play alongside the Big Ten if you want a shot at the college football playoffs, which all these players want. I mean, Kate Otten on the Huskies, Jackson Kirkland on the Huskies, they're all tweeting out saying, we want to play. These players want to play.
Yeah, I mean, I know they want to play, but and like at some point you're gonna either have to just bail in there and just take it and say like, all right, we're letting you play, like even though we don't necessarily feel at a point we're super safe with, like they'll just be like, okay, we're going in. You can do that, or you're eventually gonna just have to say like, no, you guys cannot play. It's not safe. Like we don't like your reasonings, your points, even like the science we have, like, yes, you guys are putting in all caps and bold and underlines, like, hey, technology and science are ready, like health things are ready, the medical professionals are saying we're ready, is that until like you have a majority or even all of medical professionals saying like, hey, this is the time, like we can safely go in, like we don't need to be suffering any more financial or personnel or yada 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 losses, like go in now, like that's the time to go in, not early, not before that, like later, sure, but before that is you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're going to end up destroying programs that have been built up over the years. You're going to be losing personnel left and right, and we don't even know yet if these cardiac problems are temporary or permanent. The statistical rate yet, like our sample size for finding out who gets these cardiac like problems that are long term and who doesn't, we just don't know that yet. And that's going to be one of the biggest things they need to find out going forward. I think, and that if any of you guys in chat have another reason why you think that the Pac-12 might be delaying a season start, or one of the reasons why you think they should start the season, like please put that in chat so we can discuss it. But right now, I really don't think that the science is there. I don't think the medical professionals are confident enough yet that we as people can do this. And I don't think that we're going to be able to social distance or quarantine enough, regardless of testing protocols or other things, just trying to get ready.
You said